Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to our blab. My name is Melanie Bundock. I'm an EFT practitioner and coach, and I'm currently doing a boot camp for my community, which is called 30 Joyful Days of June. And every day I'm offering a tip or some inspiration or an interview like I am today, collaborating with some of the very many people who inspire me and who teach me. And every day the idea is to show you a different way to bring some joy into your life. So today I'm joined by Marcia O'Reagan, who is an internationally renowned colour therapist. And is that colour therapist? Is that right, Marcia?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Colour therapist. And Marcia we're going to be talking tonight about how colour can bring joy to our lives and how Marcia, I'll hand over to you. Introduce yourself.
Hello, well, it's a pleasure to be interviewed by you, Melanie. And so I just wanted to give you a bit of an introduction to colour and why it sparks joy, because in fact colour is taken in through the eye when we see it. And then it sends a message to the brain, and from the brain it sends a message to the endocrine system, and the endocrine system is responsible for our feelings, and how we feel sparks us into certain ways of acting or being, in fact. So the idea is just like if I was to take away we clothe ourselves. If I was to take away your body, then all you would see would be light, would be energy. And this is seen thanks to Kirlian photography. So the other aspect of that is if you're not feeling very joyful, then maybe you could be lacking one of the colour rays in your energetic system. And so by bringing colour into your life and being aware of maybe a colour that you feel drawn to, then that would have a specific message and give you a bit of insight. And as human beings, we really love to know things. And so by understanding the psychology of colour, then it gives us that bit more information for us to make informed decisions about what we do want in life and when is the best time to make that step.
And the thing is with colour is it's probably just, a bit like water and air. We literally just take it for granted because it's all around us at all times. And I think the majority of people just don't give it any thought that we live in a world of glorious technicolor, and here we are just taking it for granted. I know certainly I've come to learn there are certain colours that can just instantly soothe and uplift me, particularly, the turquoisey blues of a tropical island beach. They're probably just my favourite colour palette. But tell us a bit more about, just kind of why we shouldn't be taking colour for granted.
Yeah, well, first of all, actually, you're actually quite right in that this is, there's the science as well as the mystical side of colour. And in fact, it's said that our bodies as human beings, the first thing we need to survive is food. And the second thing we need to survive is colour. So if you can, and this has got to do with not just human beings, but with plants. So if you can imagine for a moment waking up in the morning and having no colour, waking up in darkness, waking up and spending your whole day surrounded with grey, dark colours, because black is not a colour, for example, then after a while you actually don't have any energy. You feel a bit blue. That's why in summer and winter months people have that sad disease, which is basically not enough light. And whereas if you think about waking up in the morning where you've got the sun shining in the window, waking up in the morning, you see in your bedroom a lovely blue wall or a turquoise wall. It sparks feelings inside you. And so as a result of that, by really saying in the morning when you wake up, like what colour do I feel I need today? And in fact, if you look at your wardrobe, we do this all the time. You go to your wardrobe sometimes in the morning, you take out clothes, you think, oh, no, that doesn't feel good, I want something else. But you never ask the question, why? And so really there's a reason. There's a reason behind that. So for example, if you were drawn to red, then that is a message for you. That means that in fact today you are needing that bit of an energy boost. It's important for you to have your physical needs met. And by wearing red, then another way of taking in red is in through the skin. So your body is taking in that color. So it's actually having an impact, and you feel more energized. And when you look at it, you feel more confident. So it does make a difference, because even if you're in a position where you have no energy and you're not in a very good place in your life, if you use the color over time, the color will actually have you feel differently. And then you'll be inspired maybe to make changes in your life.
Now, actually, I have picked up some tips from you recently, because I have noticed my colour, wear a lot of neutral colours and kind of browns and beiges and creams and greys, very kind of like my wardrobe is a bit. So recently I had a wardrobe clear out, and so I went shopping at the weekend. I remember you telling me ages ago about my colours, because Marcia can also read your colours and tell you what colours are kind of not suit you, but kind of are like your soul colours.
Yes, that's right.
And I remember you told me that magenta and gold were mine. So I actually made a deliberate decision to kind of buy a magenta
Oh, it's
top,
lovely.
which
Yeah.
I thought I would wear, especially for
Fantastic. So magenta, the message for magenta is that, and well, there's a message of a meaning of magenta, and it's business acumen. It's, nurturing. It's a very high vibrational color, because it's got the vibration of the grounding from red and that spiritual connection from violet. And having those two together, you just feel like already in harmony, that you're connected to the ground, Mother Earth, and you're connected to that spiritual aspect of ourselves. And having those two together, marrying together, means that you're more in your power. And specifically from a soul, if it's one of your soul colors. So we are born with 4 soul colors. One color is our color personality. There's another color that we have been born with, qualities that are inside us that we may not be using actually. And if we start tapping into those aspects of ourselves and wearing that color and being reminded, we need to be reminded a lot of things for to sink in and get into the cellular memory. We have a color that's here to help us, and I see that as our life GPS. And there's a color that we've come back to learn, and that gives us a real understanding about maybe why are we having certain experiences in our lives. And so by having all that and having those colors around you, then you are giving yourself the best possible chance to live the life that your soul intended, and also to tap in to that infinite source of potentiality that we all have inside us. And that is where you get to know yourself. We've come back really to know who we are and to use those divine skills that we've been given and share that out to the world. And so that's the other aspect of color, by really tapping in. And that's what I do, is I work with entrepreneurs to really bring out their soul essence of who they are and transcribe that into their website and into their business. So people connect with the unique essence of that person. And then you find that your website is doing half the legwork for you. And also our businesses are a true reflection of who we are. And so if we know ourselves and we're transparent and we're confident and we're in a good energetic state, then we'll find that our experiences in our business are going to be much more easier and much more fluent and fluid and flowy. So you've got the less of the ups and downs.
So because my kind of 30-day boot camp is all about finding joy in June, because I think there are a lot of people who are kind of forget to look for the joy, and so I'm just every day offering little tips on how to find more joy. Now, just in terms of kind of using color, what can you do with color a very kind of quick short-term fix to kind of just lift your mood instantly? What colours would you recommend?
So the first thing, colour that's associated with joy is yellow. Any shade of yellow. Some people can't take like a strong yellow, but any shade of yellow, like daffodils, the colour of the sun, that actually makes you feel joyful. And if you can't take, because some people would say to me, oh, I really don't like yellow, then go for kind of the golden yellow tone. And so what you can do is that all of us in this world today are constantly in our heads. And so when we're in our heads, then we can't find the joy because we're too much in our thoughts. So what we can do is what I do is I take my hands and I bring my energy down, and I feel my energy coming back into my body. And then once you're in your body, once you keep on moving your hands down all the way down to your feet, you feel your feet being pulled into the floor underneath you, and you feel totally connected. And when you feel that connection, then what you can imagine is just at your feet, there's a beautiful yellow, a golden yellow stream. Your feet are in that stream. And as you bring your attention to it, this stream gets deeper and deeper and deeper in that color yellow, filling you with joy from your feet and connecting in with that feeling of what joy means to you. So when you think about joy, where does that resonate in your body? It's different for everybody. And so as that color is coming up through every part of your being, then we will send that to that part of your body that is vibrating to the energy of joy. And we're going to anchor that feeling into that part of the body with that color yellow. So that it
can we do that now, Marcia?
Oh yes, yeah, we can. Fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, let's do it now, seeing as we're talking about it. Okay. So I'd imagine that I'm not feeling so happy at the moment.
Yes.
Okay. So or I'm feeling quite happy, and
You're glowing, Melanie. You're glowing. So, so what we can do then is we'll just take a few deep breaths, breathing in goodness and breathing out anything you want to let go of. Breathing in goodness and breathing out anything you want to let go of. Breathing in goodness and breathing out anything you want to let go of. And bring your attention to the soles of your feet. And feel your feet being pulled into the floor underneath. And as you do, you'll feel your energy moving down from up just above your head, down in through your mind, down into your throat. Your energy is moving down, getting you connected into your body. This means that we can then reach for the stars and not topple over because we're totally grounded. And so now that's moving down into the legs, that energy that you're bringing down into the knees and feet. And as you get to the soles of your feet, you notice that your feet are standing in a beautiful, joyful, yellow stream. And you notice that it's getting deeper and deeper and deeper, filling that stream and filling you with yellow. And then I want to allow that yellow to start coming into your feet. And this yellow is filled with joy. And I want you to connect in with when you think of joy. So you may need to think of a time in your life when you felt you were most joyful. Where does that resonate in your body? Just allow the yellow, you do nothing, you just allow the yellow stream to keep filling you up. And as you focus on that part of your body, which is activating joy, then the yellow light goes into that area. And it's anchored into that part of your body. It's going through every layer of your skin. And now this is turning into kind of a liquid, like a lava liquid, into every crevice of your being, filling you with complete and utter joy and bliss. It's going through every cell of your being, every layer of your skin, every organ. And it's now expanding out through your energetic field and out to the universe. And take a deep breath and release. And just take note of where your joy activator is. So the next time you don't feel too joyful, all you have to do is place your hand, for me it's my heart, on that activator, and you activate that joy with the yellow, and then it's done.
That's lovely. Now, I think my joy center was in my solar plexus. That's kind of where I felt it.
Yeah, so that for you, the message there is that's really important for you to be in your power. So being
Sorry, just unplugging my phone. I've just realised I've got my landline plugged in. I'm just going to... There we go, that's better.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So. Yeah, so that means, because different areas will have a different message. And the fact it's in the solar plexus for you, that it's important for you, for your soul actually, to be in your power. And that's bringing you joy, just naturally. For me, it's my heart. And so for me, really following my heart's desires, coming from a place of love, really, is what's going to bring me joy naturally. So we all have natural, because none of us are the same.
No, and Inga says here in the comments that for her it was her eyes.
Eyes, oh wow. So the eyes is all about the seeing clarity. So having clarity for you, Inga, is what's going to give you joy. Because joy is actually very closely linked to confidence. Because if you're confident, you'll always be joyful. Yeah. It's a natural state of being. So confidence and joy are actually go hand in hand.
Fantastic. Now, from speaking to you recently, Marcia, we've been talking about kind of associations of colour and money and abundance. And I must admit, this was not something that I've really kind of put together. I've not really kind of thought about. But tell us how colour can be linked to wealth and abundance.
Yeah. So colour is linked to wealth and abundance because colour is an energy. And wealth and abundance is actually our natural state of being. And so in the earth plane where we live, wealth and abundance is associated with money as being part of that. So in order to have wealth and abundance from a monetary point of view, it will be money. To have wealth and abundance with health, for feeling energized, it's health and well-being. It's our physical bodies. So what I have found is that when it comes to wealth and abundance, the color that's associated firstly with wealth is gold, and the color that's associated with abundance is green. And very interesting, because if you look at money, there are always gold coins in our wallets, and if you look at abundance in nature, there is green everywhere. It's abundant. If you look at flowers, the flowers will always have green leaves in some shape or form, and then you'll see the beautiful flower. So What I
And
have been
kind of gold in the middle, isn't there, of the flowers, the little stamen with the pollen
yes,
bits in.
absolutely, absolutely. So if we look around nature, actually, it's our greatest teacher, and color is is everywhere in nature. And so what I have been working with in relation to wealth and abundance is that, in fact, we've all been born with wealth and abundance inside us. But some of us, it's like it is kind of like a chakra, but it isn't chakra. It's like a button, an activating button that's by our hearts. And so what I do is I use color to activate that button. And again, that button is there, but it'll be different for everybody. Like the color of that button will be different for everybody. So I don't believe, from the work that I have done so far, that if you're working on, your beliefs, now they may have an influence, but you've been told like your beliefs, your culture. But I have found that actually there are other aspects of having wealth and abundance that could be blocking you, and they need to really be dealt with on the energetic level. And we need to activate this energetic money activator in order for wealth and abundance to flow back into your life. And so I have been finding that within 24 hours, 48 hours max, there's always money or opportunity comes in some shape or form after activating that. And that's what color does, because money is an energy and color is an energy. It's a very good fit to, and it's quick because energy works. It works very quickly, so it brings you into that alignment.
And I haven't actually told you this, Marcia, yet, but Marcia actually did this exercise with me. I think it was last week or 10 days ago, and working on kind of activating this wealth button. And since then, I hadn't really noticed, but looking back at it, actually, money has been flowing into my life quite steadily in a much healthier way than possibly before. And I think it really has been since you kind of pressed that button for me.
I know.
And so it's fabulous. So thoroughly recommend anybody watching this get in contact with Marcia on how she can push your buttons.
Push your buttons, exactly. But you know what? I feel that actually, if the law of attraction isn't working for some people, it's because one of the aspects of, I really feel that color is like, it can be the difference between driving around in an ordinary car, as opposed to with having the color, you can, drive around in a turbo engine, so it activates the energy that's around you, and it shows your true colors. So Inga's. It always works for me. Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
So Inga has said the same. You've got raving fans on the call tonight. So it's always worked for me. After a session with Marcia, money always comes in. So brilliant. So
it's great.
I think your phone's going to be
hopping.
Once we finish this blab, I'm going to be posting this live on YouTube so people can see this interview for forever and a day to come. So be people calling you, asking for their button to be activated.
Yes,
so.
yeah. Let's activate those buttons.
And the thing is, and I think people, when we kind of traditionally think about wealth and abundance, we usually think of maybe one or two sources that abundance can come to us. We have the ways that we believe money comes to us. It could be through our jobs, it could be through our salary, income, it could be through our clients. But sometimes we need a helping hand to get this abundance come in. Now, how I use tapping with abundance, I know we've kind of moved off the joy aspect here, but come on, let's face it. I'm going to take that back slightly. Money isn't the source of all happiness for everyone. Money isn't the be all and end all, but it does contribute quite largely to having a joyful life, because money gives freedom, money gives choices, and they're the things that bring us joy. It's not the money itself, it's what money does, you know, having those things, the freedom and the choices. And so what I kind of do with the tapping is to kind of help people kind of clear their blocks to receiving, but also, you know, encourage people to kind of, you know, make room in their life for abundance, because, you know, because I talk about clutter quite a lot as well. It's actually, you know, kind of making space for the abundance. So when we're looking at abundance as a whole, you know, we kind of need to look beyond just the money come, you know, I've spent all my money for this month, I've got to wait till next month's paycheck. It's actually looking beyond the normal channels of abundance to see, like, how else can I help my abundance levels? Could it be through some tapping? Could it be through kind of a color meditation? You know, what other energetic ways can I work with myself to bring more wealth and abundance into my life?
Absolutely. And if you think about our bodies, like our physical bodies, we shower every day, right? But nobody thinks about the energy side of us. And so even if you are the best manifester in the whole world, or even if everything is flowing, if you're not using, for example, tapping or using color, or what, it doesn't really matter what it is, but in some aspect of, you know, an energetic clearing, realignment, to keep your energy in a very good vibration so that you are in this level of joy when you wake up in the morning, then this actually, like everything else, it's like you do exercise. You know, if you are doing the exercise and you're losing the pounds and you're getting in shape and you're feeling fantastic, and then you decide to stop, then, you know, you're not going to get the same results. And it's the same with this kind of work. It's that, you know, being aware about what it is, you know, ask ourselves, what do I need today? What's my intention today? And use all the different aspects that are available to us. And that will actually, even in itself, feel that we're living, I mean, we are living in such a colorful life. We have so many opportunities now and so many things available to us that life is not gray and boring, it's colorful. And that makes us feel that there are possibilities there, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. That's brilliant. So, so Marcia, tell us a little bit about your work, and tell us, you know, what you're doing at the moment, how people can get hold of you.
Yeah, so what I'm doing at the moment is I have this money makeover course. So I'll be, I run that like every 2 months. So that
Can
will
you
be.
put the details in the link? Actually, the comments won't go onto YouTube. So where is the link that people can find that?
It's actually at the moment it's on my. I have a new website starting, so I haven't actually on my website yet. But if people want to find out more about it, then they can just email me at info@colorharmony.com. That's COLOURHARMONIE. Yeah, so that's one aspect of working with me. Another aspect is I work on one-to-one, different, personalized packages, whether it's generally business owners, people who are either starting out in business and want to bring out the essence and uniqueness of who they are into their websites, or people who are in business for, 7, 8, 10 years and really want to go the next level. They're the kind of people that I work with. And then if people want to really, who are holistic practitioners or coaches and want to bring the psychology and healing side of color into their business, then I actually teach that to people who are interested. And that's twice a year.
That's fabulous. It's such a fascinating topic, and I could talk to you for hours about this. And obviously we just talk about the kind of the joy aspect today. But again, color, it's because obviously I work with the emotions and releasing emotions. But is there a color associated to kind of every emotion?
Yeah, there's a color associated to every emotion, and there's a color associated to every word. Can you believe that? So every word has a color associated with it. And that's what I would do is when we would look at, website about what image you want to bring out, give me words. I say to my, give me the words you want to be associated with. And then we'll choose a color to put on their website that that, you know, that represents those words, but in color.
Wow, that's incredible.
But big companies, corporates are using these all the time.
Well, absolutely. You know, some companies just, you know, you only have to see the shade of the color and you kind of instantly recognize what brand it is that's being advertised. So yeah, and there's a lot of, you know, coaches and internet celebrities who kind of are very clear with their color branding. And again, it's getting everything congruent. I'm still working that. I still feel a bit mismatched in my color scheme, but I know with your help, Marcia, that you'll get me on track. I'm actually just looking at the colors here on Blab, and I've noticed that I've got a blue top on and my name's in blue. You've got a yellow top on and your name's in yellow. I don't know if it's a coincidence or if Blab's just really clever.
Yes, I know.
Anyway, it's completely slightly, well, no, it's not off topic. That's
no,
it's not. So thank you so much.
It was
Marcia.
a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Really lovely, and you know, just a really, really simple way just to bring a little spark of joy, you know, if we need it. And again, if people want to come into my boot camp, you will find that at, oh gosh, I should have had the link. It's, if you find Tapping into Your Big Vision on Facebook, you'll find the group. And even if this is kind of further down the line, you know, come and join the group and to, you know, find joyful, inspirational tips every day. So this is for 30 joyful days of June. And today's top tip was the color meditation to allow us just to connect to joy in a really, really quick and easy way if we're feeling down. So if people are just kind of feeling down, generally looking for kind of like an emotional makeover to bring more joy into their lives, if you kind of follow the tips every day, I'm sure by the end of 30 days, you'll be living a much more joyful existence. So anyway, so thank you so much, Marcia. Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us your wisdom. And I will be speaking to you again very soon.
Yes, look forward to it. Take care.
Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.